What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and boy, do I have some news for you guys. Some really good news. Now, you remember I talked about the new sports truck, street truck that could be coming from Ram. We leaked that image that came out of the factory. A lot of people were pissed about it, but I got some more info, and I told you so, right? I told you people were telling me that this truck was going to come with a 426, but the data I got, and I said it in the video, was showing that this had a 5.7. I don't know if that's going to be what the permanent build is or final build is, but we're going to get into all that and more right after this, because there is an iconic truck making a return, and we're going to call that here. So, roll the intro. Guys, before we get into today's video, we just dropped the SRT Dodge Durango Hellcat. If you want to get in on a awesome 2023 last call edition with low miles, 37,000 miles on it, just got it fully checked out. Everything got checked out at Tobin. It's clean. It's good to go. Now's the time to do it. You can get in at tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Link is in the description down below. We also added the same extra entry amounts on the other vehicles as well, like the 1970 Charger, for those that say, well, I didn't get a chance to get in, and it's the beginning of the month and you launched it early. Well, now you can. It's up. First 30 orders on each individual thing. Once they're gone, and we're not messing with it. That's literally, I'm giving people the best shot they can get here. So if you want to get in on it, it's very simple. tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Link in the description down below. All right. An iconic truck. I know what most of you are probably thinking. You're thinking Viper truck. SRT 10. Nope. That's not it. There was an iconic truck that was out mid-2000s that, you know, we had the Super B with the Charger, right? That was out for a little bit. And then we had the Rumble B with Ram. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that. It was single cab for most of the time, in most cases. And I think, remember when I was buying my Ram truck, there was an imposter one there was a 4-door one from like 2009 or whatever. And they put all the Rumble B crap on it, and it wasn't legit. Anyways, it looks like the Rumble B is going to make a return. Now, as I said previously, and I did a video on this, when I dropped the leaked truck that came out of the Sterling Heights assembly plant, right? We posted that on Instagram first, and, you know, we did a video on it here. That, you know, those street trucks were coming out. I was getting information from my sources that this thing was going to have a 426 in it. But I told you that I have access to some things where I can see what these trucks are being built with, and I told you that it had a 5.7. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, isn't the Rumble B a 6.4 liter Hemi engine? Maybe. What I can tell you now in terms of mules or whatever that's been built so far, and I don't know if this is for the Mexico market or not, because they were built there. I don't know if this is for the Mexico market or not, but I can tell you two things. There's some version of a Rumble B or a Super B-ish truck coming down the line. And it's not going to have a 426 in it, all right? So for you guys that are like, yeah, 426 everything, because it literally will, I don't want to say poo-poo or kind of shit on the launches of some of these trucks, because people are excited for this, but I got to give you factual information. I got to give you the information that I see in the system. And I said it in the video. If you remember, you know, I said, look, my sources are saying 426, but I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at the data sheet on the build of these trucks, and I see what's in them. And they had a 5.7 Hemi. Now, Does that mean that whatever this Rumble Bee, Super Bee, whatever they're going to call this truck, is it going to be a 6.4 liter Hemi? Possible. It could happen. I haven't seen that yet in the data that I'm looking at, okay? That doesn't mean it can't happen. The only thing I can tell you is not going to happen is this edition of the next truck, this truck that's going to come out from Ram, is not going to be a 426. It's going to be either a 5.7 or a 6.4. And from the data that I have right now, and it could just be mules that are getting 5.7s, okay? It's got a 5.7. Now, could it have a supercharger on it like the one that was built by Fox? Maybe. Could it have something else on it? I mean, it's possible. But if it's a actual Rumble Bee truck, it most likely is going to have the 6.4 in it. And that's a guess because again, you guys know how it is. When I'm looking at the data, when I tell you I'm booking, when I'm telling you book it, this is happening. You guys know when I tell you book it, it happens. Okay, so this truck is coming, and it's coming sooner than you can expect. I'm willing to bet that we end up probably hearing about this next truck that could be a Super Bee or a Rumble Bee or whatever they're going to call this thing, probably in May or end of May, somewhere around there, mid-May, end of May. Somewhere around there, we'll probably hear about this thing. So, for the public, like actual media will get to hear about this thing. So, if that interests you and you want to get you're excited for that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And put your engine choice in the comments. And I say this for a reason. There are staff that work for the executives that literally watch our videos. And this is the one thing about having executives that are actually car people that run the company. They listen. They listen to you. They listen to me. They listen. It's not. I literally got into an argument with somebody that said, "Oh, they listen to you guys, man. You guys have a bunch of pull." No, I don't. I absolutely do not, man. I just keep it real. That's it. I don't pull any punches. I keep it 100. I don't kiss ass. I think a lot of the media would probably go a lot further if they weren't trying to, suck these executives' balls. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, damn, man. Let them people breathe, man. Let them do their job. And if they want to fuck with you, they'll invite you to an event. You can talk about it or build your own sources and figure this shit out. You ain't gotta I don't want to say brown nose, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That said, I'm extremely excited if they're going to bring back that nameplate, right? And I don't know if Tim sees this or not, but, if you got some of those aspects of what the dude looked like at SEMA and you put that on there, and it's a Rumble Bee, even if it's a 5.7 and it really looks like a dope-ass street truck, sign me up. I'd be all over that shit. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would too. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you be interested in a Rumble Bee or Super Bee or whatever they're going to call this truck, street truck? Or are you more interested in, Hellcat versions of these trucks and, it has to be a 6.4 and blah, 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 blah. So let me know in the comments below. Pick your, let me know your engine choice or what you want to see in this truck as well down here in the comments. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Should I hear anything else or I get any updated data that shows me that it's more of 6.4 versus a 5.7, I will let you know. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, until next time, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.